Year stew, boy. This dark tomatoes inside this pot that you are seeing will make your stew sweet like Christmas stew or New Year stew. So let me show you. This is the bottle of the tomatoes that we use to prepare this stew. Inside this pot is blended paprika and blended fresh pepper and the bottle tomatoes. This stew was very sweet like olden days stew. Here are the different kind of meat we are going to use to prepare this stew. Assorted meat. We add assorted meat. I think so. Okay, yeah, assorted meat. Oh, cow leg, cow meat, different type of meat. We didn't use too much seasoning. We just add onions, curry powder, thyme and seasoning, and now we are stirring it without adding water. I think we are going to add just a little bit of water, but before adding this water, we first of all cover it for a few minutes to cook before adding the small water. Okay, so we are going to cover to cook again. Here is the meat. The meat is ready. It is cooked. It took time to cook. Behind the camera, we added a little bit more water for the meat to cook. Not too much, just because we want the meat to be very, very sweet. So here we are turning the meat together. It is ready. I'm going to set it aside. Here is the tomatoes. The tomatoes is also ready as well. So I am going to set it aside. So I'm going to be putting a little bit of vegetable oil into my pan. I already started putting the vegetable oil, so I just add small vegetable oil. I'm going to allow it to heat up a little bit before adding every other seasoning. You will see the seasoning I used to prepare these tomatoes today. This is the gas we are using to cook our stew today, because it's a large pot of stew that we are using today. So I just pour in the onions, and I will allow the onions to cook a little bit, just to fry a little bit. Keep watching and see the ingredient we used to prepare this correct stew. This just dey sweet me because this stew was very, very sweet. This stew make me remember home. This is Derica tin tomatoes. So we use Derica tin tomato to prepare this correct stew. This stew was top of the town. So when you add Derica tin tomatoes, use the quantity you want to use and keep stirring it. Make sure your tin tomato is well fried. I always say it in all my video. Make sure your tin tomato is well fried so that your stew no go bite tongue. You understand? You know, when they bite like a lime or citron. Make sure it is well fried, just the way you are seeing it right now. I fried this tin tomato for at least 2 minutes. It takes 2 minutes to fry. Okay, so the next thing is to pour in our cooked fresh tomatoes. Here is it. Make sure it does not burn, or don't pour the burnt one. On New Year Day, what did you prepare? I know some people will prepare fufu and ogbolo or fufu and egusi, but this is what we prepare. And what we used to eat this stew, you won't believe. It is not rice, so it is something else we used to eat this stew. You have not used it before. Make sure you watch this video to the end to see what we used to eat this stew. After pouring in the tomatoes, give it a very nice stir, and the next thing we are going to be adding is salt. I forgot to record when I was adding salt. Okay, so pardon me. I add just a tiny bit of salt because we use salt to prepare our meat before. Here is our dry catfish. I will use hot water. I will add hot water to clean the dry catfish. Okay, so my stew is already cooking though. It has been cooking for about few minutes now. So the next thing is to add our meat. Okay, so we are just adding our meat one by one, but instead of adding this meat one by one, why we not just carry the pot more put now, because the meat plenty not be small. So that's what we are going to be doing right now. So I just carry the full pot of the meat because water not today inside the meat. No, we not use water take cook am. You don't need to filter water come up for the meat. So we are going to carry the full pot of the meat and just pour it inside, because if we say maybe they put am one by one, we not go comot for here. So the next thing now, oh yeah, carry the pot of the meat. Carry am. I say make you carry am. You never still carry am. Carry the pot of the meat. Carry am now. Carry the pot of the meat. Make you carry put for inside, so that the thing go sweet. All the ingredients wey we take prepare this meat, e dey inside this meat. Now all go make this stew sweet well today. Plus the ingredient wey we come later add put. I forget to show na the ingredient when I add put but I go put the picture of the ingredient just now. Make you see the ingredient wey we come add put. I forgot to show una when I dey add the ingredient, so I come show una the picture of the ingredient when I add put. I just snap am just now make I show una the ingredient. We don pour the meat inside the pot o. Now we are going to give it a very nice stir. And the seasoning wey we add join this stew wey make this stew sweet like Nigeria stew, na the picture na be this one. So Kitchen Glory and wetin dem call the other one, Ama Wonder Curry. E really make this stew sweet well well. E make this stew be like Nigeria stew. Dry catfish step by step so that it will not scatter, because this dry catfish has already soft on its own. When I use hot water to soften the to wash the dry catfish, the hot water also soft the dry catfish. So we added a little bit of egg, I think about 6 or 7 egg, I don't know anymore, just for the children to eat, because children like egg. We added egg because of the children. Okay, so here I am adding a little bit of egg for the children to eat for the Christmas. If you don't add egg for your stew, if you never add egg for your stew e never balance. So e good make you still add dry catfish for your stew. If you never add dry catfish for your stew e never still balance. E no go relax well for your mouth if you dey eat am. So the stew is ready. Can you see the outcome of this delicious stew? This stew e enter well well. This stew sweet well. This stew is sweet well well. E make me remember Naija. E make me remember Naija, my country. Do you know what we used to demolish this stew? Oya, keep watching and see what we use to demolish this stew. Not be rice o, na something else we use to eat this stew. You see the outcome of this stew. This stew was very very delicious. It's like Christmas rice, it's like New Year rice, just like today. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do, give this video a like. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year to every soul that is going to watch this video today. Now wetin we use to eat this stew be this. So now wetin we use to eat this stew be this. So correct white rice, paper rice. We can't tie paper rice, can't keep am for about 10 minutes for the leaf to penetrate into the rice before we start to eat this rice. This rice was really really delicious. Even the children enjoy it. Pepper dey the stew, but the children no mind say pepper dey the stew again. They finish the whole rice. They no come care say pepper dey. They finish, or they join us finish the whole rice because of the deliciousness of this stew. Oh, anyhow I speak this English, make una take am from my hand o. Na because say body dey sweet me o. My head reach this year, na make body dey sweet me like this. So and I really enjoy this Christmas and New Year, na make body dey sweet me. So the children really enjoy this food. Me sef I enjoy this food. We enjoy this food. We enjoy this Christmas and this New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope you enjoy watching this video. If you do, give this video a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on my my Facebook page, which is Mama Africa page. I'm also going to post this video on Mama Africa page. So bye. Try to always be yourself.